Hello YouTube, the time has come. We're going to try the isolated leaf casting on Metyrog's book. And, excuse me, the important thing about this is that we are doing the inner page, and I just want to isolate it to the staple areas, and this area we're going to try to clean up. So I'm not going to do the typical leaf casting procedure that I do with the cover. I'm going to try something a little different. So let's get started. The first step is I'm going to remove the page, and I want to wet down the Ramée paper. Remember, this is the spider paper, Ramée paper. There's a whole series of different names for it. I like Ramée because I'm fancy. So let's wet it down. Let's get it nice and wet. So that will be step one. Step two is I'm going to gently place the sheet onto the Ramée paper. I also want to wet the sheet as well so we can relax it. Now, what I'm going to do as well is I am going to try to clean this sheet off camera. I'm going to take the sheet, I'm going to clean it out of my boiler room, because I want to try to get rid of this water staining. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to bring it upstairs to the bath, and I am going to gently cascade water against it so we can try to remove the actual water staining, which is right here. So we'll give it a little wetness over here. We're going to let it penetrate, and then I'm going to try to flatten out the page a little bit better, and then I'm going to put another piece of Ramée paper on it, and I'm going to clean it outside of this room. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. And I just washed the cover. I washed it not a lot. I just used water. I did not use any of my solution. I just wanted to try to get it a little bit cleaner in order to do the leaf casting. So there's the inner page. So now what I want to do is I just want to take a picture of it for Instagram. And now we're going to do the isolated leaf casting. So let me show you how I'm going to do it. Let me move the cover over. And then what we have is the blender. And inside the blender is my pulp mix. Bear with me, I'm gonna blend it up now to get it nice and pulsated. So stay tuned. Let's take a look. I like the color. I'm going to do it a little bit more. that should be good. Now we're going to put our cover back. And then what I want to do is I want to take some methyl cellulose. And this is my methyl cellulose concoction. And I just want to put a little bit on the spots that we're going to leaf cast in an isolated manner. I want to get this cleaned up a little bit, and then I want to put it here too, because this is where the staple, as you see, they rotted out the paper. So that's pretty good. I'm not going to deal with any other areas. Next, what I'm going to do is I will move the cover, and then I will take my beaker. We'll take out the pulp, and I'm going to pour the pulp in my beaker. So it looks pretty good, the pulp, in my opinion. Put that to the side. Then I'll take the cover again, and I'm going to use this. This is a medical aerator where it pushes water. People use it to clean your ears and things of that nature. You can get this at any CVS or any other pharmacy. So then what I want to do is I want to soak up the pulp. So the pulp is in here right now. And I want to isolate it to this area. Now I see it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Let's isolate it to here. This is the first time that I am doing it this way. So hopefully it does work out. I think it will. And if it does work out, we will do a few inner pages in this fashion. Let's put the pulp here. So there you go. I have the pulp that I manually put in these areas. To me, it looks pretty good. So the next step that I want to do is I want to take a piece of Rimet paper and I want to place it on top. As you see, we'll try to make it as smooth as possible. And then I will brush it out. We'll brush out the Rimet paper. So it's nice and flat. Now, this method, or this way of doing it, to me at least, is providing greater control. With the actual leaf casting. So here I have my trusty glass. Now I'm going to make my blotting paper. We're going to put one. We'll just do 2 sheets this time. Then I'm going to take the cover and I want to place it on the glass with the paper towel. Another thing that I want to do, and this is a new technique, is I want to roll it. Now this is a nice wood rolling pin that I just picked up. So this will roll the pulp flat and incorporate it into the voids, hopefully, in order to make a flat bond with the holes in the paper. So we flattened it out. Let's do it again. Then what I want to do is we'll put 2 sheets or 2 rows of 3 pieces of paper towel. We'll give it another rolling in the targeted area. With the rolling pin, making some apple pies. Then I'm gonna put my piece of glass on. And then we're gonna weight it. We'll put 20 pounds on. And then we're just gonna let this sit for 15 minutes or so. And then what I will do is I will change the paper towels. And hopefully this isolated leaf casting worked. I am going to keep the pulp and we'll blend it as we need it. So stay tuned. Okay, YouTube, I actually did 2 inner wraps for Metyrog's book with that isolated leaf casting. And I believe it turned out quite well. So right now, I have the 2 pages sitting between my trusty pieces of glass. So let's take a look. So this is one wrap. Let's slowly take the Ramay paper off. I see here it did adhere nicely and it did fill in the voids. The only issue that I may see is the color. I did my best to match the color. So the issue is when it fully dries, will it match? I hope it does. But one thing that we know for sure is that it will be able to accept a staple. Here is another sheet that I want to change the paper towels to. So let's put some new paper towels. Bear with me, I'm all the way on the other side getting some paper towels. Let's put 1. Let's put 2. And then let's check out this page. This page is the first page that I did. So this page I changed my formula with adding a darker pigment of paper. So I am a lot happier with this page. As you can see, it filled in nicely the voids. So, and it actually came a little bit cleaner. So this one I'm very happy with. I'm happy with this page. So what I'll do is I'll now sandwich it. We'll put fresh paper towels down. Let's get some more. Let's put some more fresh paper towels. There we go. Now here is the other page that I did with the first, this is the second page I did, I'm sorry. Let's take a look. It is still a little wet, but it definitely filled in. I'm liking the way this looks as well. So let's wait for that to dry, and then we'll get a better idea if the color matches. If it doesn't match, it's okay. It will be a little bit off. I can't make it perfect. But the important thing is that we will have a sound page. We will have a page that will be able to accept staples. And that was the main goal. So we'll let it sit probably for another 5 hours or so it dries nice and straight. And then I will fold the pages. Before I fold the pages, I will insert the holes for the staples. And there we go. And after these 2 pages, I'm going to do the centerfold and the page which is underneath the centerfold. Then we'll be able to start putting back this book. So stay tuned, YouTube.